Hello, my dear friends. I am Dr. Waseem I Khan, Assistant Professor, Shri Shivaji Law College, Parbhani, Maharashtra, India. In today's lecture, we will discuss another cause of crime, that is drugs and crime. What exactly the role of drugs in the increasing ratio of crime, we will discuss in today's lecture. So let's start the topic. Drugs as a cause of crime, we will discuss in this lecture. So we will discuss how drugs plays a very important role behind the criminal behavior of a person. What is the role of drugs in the commission of crime? We will discuss exactly because drug is one of the reason behind the commission of offense as per the various studies and as per the various criminologists. So that's why we will discuss drug and crime and the relationship between the drug and crime. So drugs relates not to any one particular kind of drugs but a various kinds of narcotic substances which may differ from one another in its effect both qualitatively and quantitatively. So whenever we are discussing about the drugs, drug doesn't mean any specific drugs, but there are different kinds of drugs and the narcotic substances, the effect of which may be differ from one another, whether it may be the qualitatively or quantitatively. So the effect of drugs may be differ, it vary from drugs to drugs, but it is more than 90% sure that in most of the offenses drug may be one of the reason. So the point that is being stressed is that effect of marijuana smoking may be very much different than say to the effect of sniffing cocaine. So whenever we are discussing about the effect of drugs, so effect of smoking marijuana is very much different as we compare it with the effect of sniffing cocaine. If one person sniff cocaine and one person is smoking marijuana, the effect of these two drugs may be very different. And that's why the effect may be different, but the use of drug is an illegal in India and as well as in many countries in the world. Because whenever the person is using drugs, then definitely it will affect the mentality of person, it will affect the body of person, and in that particular process the person may commits an offense, and that's why drug is one of the reason behind the commission of offense. So drugs being illegal and sold covertly, the necessity of obtaining drugs from the illicit sources exposes the user to persons involving various deviant behaviors, thus bringing them in touch with criminals. So definitely the drugs is being sold covertly. So selling of drugs is illegal in India. If the person is having a license, then only he can sell, otherwise not. But he has to maintain the account whenever he is having a license. Without a license, if the person is selling drugs, it is an illegal. So in most of the cases, drugs being illegal and sold covertly, and the necessity of obtaining the drug, suppose if the person wants a drug, then definitely he has to obtain the drugs from illegal sources only, and when he wants to obtain a drugs from the illegal sources, he must come into contact with the such person who are selling drugs by illegal means. And suppose if the person who is selling drugs by illegal means, it means he is committing an offense, and when the person who wants to buy the drugs come into contact with such a person, it means he is contacting the criminal, and definitely in touch with that particular criminal, the person may also become a criminal. So the person selling or buying drugs illegally is an offense. Suppose if I am buying a drugs, it means I am committing an offense. So it means the drug is one of the reason behind the commission of offense. I am buying the drugs, that's why I may be responsible for that offense. So that's why I am committing that offense, and in that particular offense, what is the reason? Drug is the reason behind that particular offense. A high rate of homicides among drug users involved in drug trafficking signifies that violence is associated with the drug market. So whenever we are observing the drug market, the various incidents the numerous incidents of homicides are there, and they used to commit a various different kind of offenses. It means violence is associated with the drug market. It means the drug market is always associated with the violence, and that's why drugs is one of the reason behind the commission of offense. Drugs definitely interfere with education and learning, leading to inability to concentrate and successfully complete academic courses, leading to lack of job, skills, unemployment, poverty, and hence to criminality. So it is unfortunate to say that the drug is penetrating in the educational institution also. In India, various educational institution is being affected by the drugs, and various students used to use the drugs, and whenever the student is taking the drugs, definitely after taking the drugs he can't concentrate in his study. And suppose if the being a student, if the student is unable to concentrate in his study, he can't complete his academic course. And suppose if the student is not completing his academic course, then definitely he will not get a job, and if there is no job, he will remain unemployed, and if he will remain unemployed, definitely he will not have any kind of money to fulfill his basic needs, and in search of basic needs he may commit an offense. It means, what is the reason behind the commission of offense? Drug is one of the reason behind the commission of offense. If he was not using drugs, definitely he may complete his education, and if he had completed his education, he may get a job. He might get a job, and if he got a job, then definitely he was having a sufficient amount of money to fulfill his basic needs, and he would not commit an offense. So what is the reason behind the commission of offense? Drugs may be one of the reasons behind the commission of offense. The use of drugs may lead to impaired concentration and reflexes, leading to such crimes as death due to negligence and rash driving. Whenever the person is using the drugs, then it leads to impaired concentration. He can't concentration, and definitely reflexes, leading to such crime as death due to negligence and rash driving. After taking the drugs, if the person is driving, definitely he can't concentrate, and driving requires a concentration, and if he can't concentrate while driving, definitely there may be a high chances of accident. So if he commits an accident, he may be liable for the offense. But what is the reason behind the commission of that offense? Drug is the reason behind the commission of that offense. After all, the addict needs money to buy the drugs. Definitely each and every drug user needs some money to buy the drugs. So research has shown that only about 25% of drug users support their habit by working. Research has shown that out of 100% drug users, only 25% drug users are supporting their habits of using of drugs by their working. They used to work. After working, whatever the amount they got, from that amount they used to purchase the drugs. That is only 25%. And another 33% through some form of drug distribution. Another 33% satisfy their habit of drug using by drug distribution. They used to distribute the drugs, and after that they got drugs and they used to use the drugs. It means drug distribution is an offense, and if the person is distributing the drugs, what is the motive of commission of drug distribution? Then he wants to get a drugs. So what is the reason behind the commission of offense? The drug is one of the reasons behind the commission of offense, whereas remaining 42% relied primarily on their illicit activities. So remaining 42% drug users relied their habit of using drugs primarily on their illicit activities. So definitely each and every drug users requires a money to buy the drugs. 42% drug users obtain the money through some illicit activities. For example, through theft, through pickpocketing, through robbery, through dacoity. They commit some offense, and after commission of offense, whatever the amount they got, from that they used to buy the drugs. So what is the reason behind the commission of those offense? Drug is the reason. If the person is not habitual to the drugs, then definitely he might not commit that particular offense. So what is the reason behind the commission of that offense? Drug is the one of the reason behind the commission of offense. So that's why drug may be one of the reason, may be one of the cause behind the commission of offense. So this is the reason, this is the fifth cause of crime, that is drugs using and the drug and crime. I hope you understand this topic. If you understand this topic, please subscribe my channel, hit the notification button, hit the like button, and share this video with your friends. Thank you very much.